we go. It's Taco Tuesday. And we are starting out in the city of Orange on Tustin Avenue. So I have this cool North Face bag that actually wraps up into a little bag that's like this big, but it's a full-size backpack. So I put my my tools, all the stuff for flat repair. I got my tube yesterday and another bottle of slime, and my pump, all my emergency stuff I put into a paper bag, and then I'll probably wrap that one in plastic, but I didn't do that today. And then I put that inside my North Face bag, and bungee corded it to my bike rack. So hopefully I did it tight enough. I didn't really do it super tight, but yeah, it's imperative that I get all that stuff off my back. Let's cut down this street. So I don't know the name of this street. We'll see right now. Lincoln. Let's turn on Almond. Almond takes us to a nice part of the city. Nice open road. So yesterday on my way home, so there's that section on Lincoln after I leave out of Logan where I've got to ride next, like parallel with the tracks all the way to basically to Santiago Park, down to what I call the Badlands. And it's dark. Obviously dark outside on my way home now, so it's really difficult to find a ride that's not stressful at night. I just have to get used to it again. I mean, obviously I've done it a lot of times. I mean, I'm used to riding in the dark. I'm used to riding in rush hour. I do it all the time. But yesterday, as I'm going down that street, there's not a lot of room on that street. But I always stay over as far as I can. And so there's this car that was like, there was no oncoming traffic, but I was definitely way over to the side. There's no cars parked right there. It's right up against the tracks. And this guy is like just tailing me, very close to me. I'm probably going about 20. And so I go even further over to where I'm in the gutter completely. And he finally goes past me. Like, he could have definitely just gone past me very easily, but I guess he was nervous about it, which I understand. And then I got right behind his car because he was turning right at the railroad crossing, and there was a train coming at the same time, which made it even more kind of crazy. So the cars were backed up to turn right, the train passed, and then I just got behind him in between traffic. So in between him and another car. So just like I'm on a motorcycle. And so as I'm behind him, it's his turn to make a right, and he starts yelling at me. You know, I'm behind him, but he starts yelling at me. Rolls down his window, starts yelling at me. You know, go around me, dummy. He called me a dummy. It was just like, just really, for one thing, it messed up my video. And then it was just like added more stress to the situation I was already in, riding in the dark in a bunch of traffic along with the train. It's just kind of like, man. It was just one of those days where you feel like, man, I can't win, you know? I can't win on the sidewalk, I can't win in the street, on the side of the street. Like, I always feel like I'm the enemy, like I'm doing something wrong, you know, when all I'm doing is just trying to get to work and get home safely. But what are you gonna do? But I think that's the way you know, some people are, and I see it a lot in every subject matter, you know, it's like everybody's always waiting. Not everybody, but there is a group of people that are and there's a huge population that's, you know, just waiting for somebody to step out of line, you know, so they can take a stance against them. And I know that's the way it sounds like I'm being, but I'm on the defensive, you know, right now. I'm more defending myself. I don't have like some sort of cause, or my objective is, like I said, is just to travel safely on an e-bike. So anyway, so yeah, I was very frustrated for the rest of the ride, and then I was thinking, like, man, maybe I shouldn't even be doing this. I think a lot of people, I very rarely feel that way, but I think a lot of people might feel that way when regarding commuting, you know, depending on where you live. It can be difficult at times. So I just need to find some routes home that are still fun. I'm still gonna do what I do. Of course, I'm not gonna stop. You know, but I think, like, in the nighttime, it just depends on how fast you want to go. You know, if you're going to be out in the street and, you know, riding with traffic, even though you can't go as fast as everybody else, I think you have to, or I'm going to have to, let's go this way, just, take it easy. Don't. I don't need to try to ride with traffic and stay on the side of the road and worry about the laws or what anybody else thinks, anybody else's opinion who's not in the situation I'm in. Right now it's we're stuck in every respect. We're stuck where we live. We're stuck. I'm stuck commuting this way or Metrolink. So this is me making the best out of that type of position. It's pretty late. It's 6:15. Lots of cars coming. Let's go across this way. Gotta make sure my bungee cord job's okay. I should have tightened these more. So there's my cheap bungee cord job, but I put the bag around it so I wouldn't have to have a bunch of tools flopping around, so that it's double bagged and kind of rolled up, so that the bungee cords, I don't have to put them super tight, but they grab around the bag so it doesn't slip out. So the only thing I keep in my pack now is my pack is my charger and my laptop. So it makes for a lot more comfortable of a ride, that's for sure. The Main Place Mall. Everybody's decorating for Christmas already. No turkeys. So if you ever do get bags for your bike, and you're storing stuff in them, whatever you're storing in your bags, it's good to put them inside of a bag. So there's a lot of vibration. So if you have like loose tools hanging in your bag, or whatever you have, doesn't matter what it is, consider wrapping it in another bag, or in a rag or a blanket or something like that, because it'll whatever you have inside of your bag will be just vibrating and vibrating. I mean, this is after, probably about 5,000 miles, I started seeing holes in my bags. I don't have the bags on anymore, obviously. But on my electric, there's holes in the bottom of the bags on both sides. My bungee cord came loose. Oh. Tighten up these bungee cords a little bit. This one can go that way. I don't know if I can get this one much tighter. Just hook it anywhere. Something like that. There we go. Oh, alrighty. Feeling like a rookie up in here today. See this dude on this beach cruiser all the time. cables right there. We're on Broadway now. The street's pretty intense. Hell yeah, I love them brakes. Turn off my high beam and save it for the ride home. I guess I can charge it at work. I can't even get around her. The old lefty. Sorry about the brakes still. Maybe on Friday I'll buy a set of brakes. So in order for me to collect anything from YouTube, I have to get up to $100. I thought it was $10. So right now I'm at $6.99. That's from I have one membership and then a couple of super thanks, I think. But I don't know how to see where that money comes from. I think I get a notification when it first happens, but it's buried somewhere in my notifications. They need to repave the sidewalk. What do these people have to say? My alarm has something to say. It says I'm going to be late for work. Says, what are they saying? Live life as a model for, I can't read it, everyone. Education, let's get closer. I don't want to go in this parking lot because I don't want to get a flat tire. See what these people have to say. All right. Education is the right of every human being. Everybody is a genius. I painted my own reality. Love will have the final word. Build, don't destroy. pretty amazing. I don't feel like all those people probably have better quotes than that. So a guy came around this corner one morning with a coffee. So I gotta be cautious going through downtown. Beautiful street. This section's awesome. I'm probably going to be pretty late to work. We'll just have to keep our eye out when we're on the sidewalk of people pulling out of driveways, but it looks like everybody parks out on the street right here. Yeah, they have a tent in their front yard. The driveway right here. Ooh, tortas. This is a nice street. I love all these houses. I really like you know, these older houses, and then when they have yards that are filled with different types of trees and flowers, and it's really nice. Yeah, I think constantly changing my mind, and you know, as I ride out in the street like this, I realized definitely the key to making this commute safer for myself is going to be getting a faster bike, like I've been talking about. You know, getting something like anything that'll go like 40 miles an hour is plenty fast enough, and that can keep me in the street with traffic, and then still have that versatility to cruise on the sidewalk. So yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid, I want to keep the continuity in the video. That's why a lot of times in the past, I just, you know, haul ass as fast as I can on the side of the street or in the street, and just try to keep that nice, of course we're going to always have stoplights with that nice continuity, but now something inside of me is making me more aware of how I'm riding, where I'm riding. Yeah. And so that's the thing, right? So that's the advantage of having an e-bike. We can, you know, switch up how we want to ride, and make travel safer. Right? We can be on the sidewalk, even though we're not supposed to be, and just cruise. Then when traffic frees up, we can hammer it, get into traffic, get into the street. We can go off the beaten path and off-roading. We can cruise in the bike lanes like a bike. Yeah. So in the past, I would be right here with these guys, you know, hauling ass with the car right next to me, worried about doors opening up, like that whole thing. Narrow sidewalk right here. So we'll jump back out in the street. The street's pretty wide right here. So I know it's cold this morning. I don't know. When I looked, I thought it said 45 degrees. So I don't know if I'm just getting used to it. I mean, I'm definitely cold, but yesterday was much worse. Alright, here we are. The lane of trash and debris is what we've come to. The lane of broken glass, nails, screws, car parts. And traffic. This is definitely where I expect to get a flat tire. So this is where my speedometer maxes out. So on my display it says 30, which is what this bike is supposed to do. But in reality, we're only going 25. This guy in this white track, you're not going to be able to see his face, but he's totally hammered. We'll see if we can see him. He was driving in the lane. You know, that little side lane that's marked off with paint that I always ride in. So there's two lanes and he was riding in that lane right behind me. And then I looked at him and he's singing, but he just has that glassed over look in his face. We get away from that guy. The danger zone right here. proceed with caution. Yeah, and I don't entirely trust these brakes yet. So that's another thing. The bike is, I don't know how much heavier than the electric it is. I think it's probably, 10 or 15 pounds more. But it's definitely, I've got to be careful. We're going to do our urban trail ride right now. Oh, so this is when we started this ride, I forgot to mention that we were at I don't have anything that's really keeping track of my mileage, but each way we average probably 11 and a half to 12 miles. So starting off this ride, we were probably at, counting the ride coming back from taking the Santa Ana River Trail, which was a longer ride. We're at about 115 miles. So, maybe when I do the ride home, I'll make a video and talk more about the bike. I'll have more time in the afternoon. So, we'll do it's going to be basically 130 mile review, and I can talk about it a little more in detail. We gotta watch out for these cars right here. Oh man, we're gonna get stuck. So this section right here is a little stressful. Not really because of the cars, but because of the all the debris in the street underneath that bridge. There's a big pile of stuff right here too. Wow, that's a nice bike, man. Riding into the sun. Very bright. We're gonna have to get up early one morning and see how fast we can get to work ride when there's not so much traffic. Yeah, so I'm ghost pedaling at 17 miles an hour. No sidewalk here. Wow, look at all these cars, man. So, kind of sketchy. Little sketchy with this van right here, but I think we can get around him. Just don't want to run into anybody's car. This car is parked super close. Alright, come on. Smell marijuana. I think that's probably the most common thing that I smell on a regular basis besides food. On these rides is, yeah. A lot of marijuana in the air in Orange County. This guy turning. All right, well, we survived. It was a long ride, but hey, that's just the way it goes. Appreciate everybody. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you on the next one.